You are listening to an interview with clinical hypnotherapist Dr. Steve G. Jones. For a free hypnosis download, please visit stevegjones.com.
Hello and welcome to Beautiful, Sexy, Badass. I'm your host, Terry Sobon. And today I'm super excited to have Dr. Steve G. Jones with us speaking about boosting your confidence with hypnosis. Dr. Steve G. Jones is a clinical hypnotherapist, NLP trainer, life coach, and law of attraction expert. He's the founder of the American Alliance of Hypnotists, American Union of NLP, and the Global Sciences Foundation. Dr. Jones has his doctorate in education from Georgia Southern University and has also studied psychology at Harvard. He's created thousands of self-help recordings, programs, and certification courses to empower others. Dr. Steve, thank you so much for being here and welcome.
Well, Terry, thanks for having me.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, actually. So, I want to let all the viewers know to please grab a pen and paper and take lots of notes because I think you're going to learn a lot from Dr. Steve today. So let's just get started, Dr. Steve. Can you tell us just what is hypnosis?
Well, hypnosis is a relaxed state of mind in which you're slowed down a little bit to a state we call alpha. You know, where we are right now is beta, full awakening consciousness. If you slow down just a little bit, like when you're watching TV or reading a book or taking a shower or vacuuming or when you just woke up or when you're just about to go to sleep, you're in a state called alpha. So we're causing someone to go there by using relaxing words and putting positive messages in their mind while they're there.
Love that. So, Dr. Steve, can I ask you, is that any different than when someone meditates? Are they going into alpha when they meditate on a regular basis?
Absolutely. And realize alpha is the lightest state. That's all you need for an effective meditation or hypnosis session. There are deeper states. Theta and delta are the deeper states. They're not necessary, but sometimes people do go there. And they go there in meditation and hypnosis. So in that regard, yes, they are identical.
Would there be any reason for someone to go into delta or theta during hypnosis?
No, there are medical reasons. For example, if you want to have surgery and not feel pain, you want to put yourself into hypnosis or have someone put you into hypnosis so you could have painless childbirth or painless surgery of any kind, you would need to go to the deeper states of hypnosis. And other than that, I mean, if we're just programming someone for change, they do not need to go to the deeper states.
Well, that makes total sense. Okay. So, Dr. Steve, can you tell us how you became interested in hypnosis?
Sure. I was in high school. My parents sent me to Riverside Military Academy because I was a bad kid. I almost failed out of 9th grade. So they sent me to military school to get my grades cleaned up. I didn't like being there, so I started reading books, any escape I could find for my mind. And I found a book called The Complete Guide to Hypnosis by Leslie Lecron, a PhD psychologist who's unfortunately no longer with us. But it got me started on hypnotizing people. So I started hypnotizing my roommates. And soon I realized I could use my powers for good. So I started hypnotizing the athletes to run faster. And I started hypnotizing the smart kids to study more efficiently. And all these years later, it's the same thing, except now the athletes are the Dodgers and the smart kids are NASA.
More or less the same thing, just on a bigger scale.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Dr. Steve, I'm sure a lot of people are probably thinking this as they're watching this, and they're probably thinking, oh, I can't get hypnotized. So can you tell us what are some common hypnosis myths?
Well, that's one. People think, well, I'm too intelligent to be hypnotized. That's only for idiots. If someone's going to control your mind, you're obviously weak-minded. And that's simply not true. That's a myth. In fact, the more intelligent people are seems to be potentially correlated to the more easily hypnotizable they are, because they're closer to that creative part of themselves in many instances throughout their day. And another myth is that if you go into hypnosis, you'll be at the beck and call of the hypnotist. They can make you do anything. That's not true, because you wouldn't do anything that you wouldn't ordinarily do. Another myth is that you will go into a coma or be unconscious for an extended period of time. If you do fall asleep during hypnosis, that's fine, because the stages of sleep are no different from the stages of hypnosis. I mean, we have alpha, theta, and delta. Those are the same as the sleep stages. There's not a separate scale for that. So if you do fall asleep, then by definition you are still in hypnosis and still able to receive instructions. And you will wake up Even if the hypnotist didn't bring you back out of hypnosis, you would wake up at the normal time you would based on how much sleep you need.
So you would still naturally wake up.
Yes.
Yeah. Makes total sense. Okay. So on that note, can you talk about the power of the subconscious mind?
Sure. Well, the subconscious mind is where everything happens. I mean, if you want to have change in your life, you have to realize that it's coming from your subconscious mind. I mean, if you want to be better at relationships, or if you want to be better at making money, or if you want to exercise more regularly, the patterns that we have are dictated by our subconscious minds. We gather information that we think is the right way or the right thing to do, or that defines us, and that's all in our subconscious minds. So if we want to change our behavior, we've got to change our thinking, and when we say thinking, we mean the subconscious mind.
Right, and so this is why people seek out hypnosis, right?
Right.
So that they can do that.
Yes, absolutely. I have nothing against mainstream therapy. From time to time, I've used it myself, where you go and sit and talk to someone and tell them what's going on, and they help you. And that's perfectly fine as a healing modality. But when people want something faster than that, if you don't want to spend a long, long time talking about everything and working out slowly, hypnosis offers a much more direct route between 2 points.
Can you tell us how that's so? How is it faster to actually, use hypnosis therapy versus conventional therapy?
Well, for example, let's say someone is afraid of snakes, for example, and they want to overcome it. Well, the protocol with a psychologist would be to have you expose yourself to a snake slowly. Maybe first look at pictures of a snake, then look at movies with a snake, and then go to a zoo and see a snake from a safe distance, and then eventually you'd work your way up to touching a snake. Maybe if it's a python, there's a lot of body there, you could touch just the tail of the python, and you slowly work your way up. You desensitize yourself, so you're no longer sensitive to that. It doesn't cause that negative reaction where you're afraid or crying or running away or get your heart rate going up. You slowly break those barriers down. But in hypnosis, you can do all of that without ever leaving the chair. You can slowly desensitize yourself. I can have someone imagine themselves watching a movie of a snake, and then they're sitting in the front row watching it. And at any time, they can stop the movie. And eventually, when they get comfortable with that, they can be in the movie where they're interacting with the snake more and more. And I can do all of that in one session. So we've saved time, we've saved money, and we've gotten the same result.
That right there says a lot about how powerful our subconscious mind is then, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Well, good. Well, how can people actually benefit from? Well, let me back this up. Actually, how can hypnosis help people unlock their confidence, and on the subject of this event, their vitality and their beauty and their true power?
Well, that's really a matter of just believing it. I mean, if you believe it, you are it. If you believe you're beautiful, and that's really all there is to it. Sometimes it's more challenging than that because people have difficulty believing that. And the reason they have difficulty believing that is because they've been told, or they just think, or they got it in their minds somewhere that they're not powerful, they're not beautiful, they're not vital, and they really have no definite place in the world that's of value. So they start to think negatively about themselves. So hypnosis can help by just bypassing all of those thoughts and rewiring us from the inside, which is where the change has to happen anyway.
Right, and I believe that once we can do that, then that all radiates outward, and that's really what true beauty is, and that's where, I think that more of that helps develop our confidence, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's a feedback loop. I remember one day I was riding. When I lived in Savannah, Georgia, I used to ride my bike around Forsyth Park every night. Beautiful park and very historic. And one day before I rode around, for some reason, I drank half a bottle of that 5-hour energy. I don't even know what's in it, and I've never had it since then. It was a little intense. I just had half a bottle, yeah, and for some reason, everyone was smiling at me in the park that day on my bike ride, and I thought, what is going on here? Why is everyone smiling at me? This doesn't make any sense. And then I remembered I had half a bottle of 5-hour energy, and then I realized that I was smiling. I had this, permagrin, as they say, on my face. I was just, because of whatever's in it, I was just smiling. It was setting up a feedback loop. I was smiling at them, they were smiling at me, making me feel better, making me smile more. So it's almost a fake it till you make it thing sometimes, because if you interact with the world in a positive way, they're going to interact with you in a positive way, which is going to make you interact more with them in a positive way.
I so believe that on a soul level. And it's like, so your outer world actually is a reflection of your inner world.
Yes.
I guess it could be said vice versa too.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dr. Steve, then how can hypnosis actually change the negative habits into positive habits? And is that possible? That's what happens, I guess, right?
Yeah, it absolutely is possible. And you've got to realize that some activities are compulsive activities, like gambling, smoking, things like that. So there's this compulsive energy that people have, and we don't expect that to go away. We don't expect them to just dissipate that energy. We just want to refocus it. So we want to refocus it on something positive. Maybe there's a screenplay they've always wanted to write. Maybe they've always wanted to start sculpting or roller skating or something. There's got to be an outlet for that energy. It's not as if they're going to suddenly become a low energy person. So if they have that extra amount of energy and they're directing it in the wrong way, that anxiety, that needs to be put into something more beneficial. Yoga, writing, swimming, running, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be something physical per se, but it has to be directed somewhere. So a lot of what we do with compulsions as hypnotherapists is redirect that energy. Now, sometimes it's just a matter of self-worth. People may actually smoke or get into negative relationships or any number of quote-unquote bad activities because they just don't feel that they're worth more. They feel that they're worthy of a lot less, or they deserve to be put down, and they keep seeking situations like that. In that case, it's not necessarily a compulsive energy, it's just a matter of low self-esteem. So that can be rewired by just changing those thoughts they have about themselves.
And on the heels of that, so can hypnosis actually help people overcome limiting beliefs? And because I think that a lot of that would actually limiting beliefs stand in the way of someone feeling confident, feeling beautiful, and radiating that outward. And then, you know what I mean? Does that, so hypnosis can actually help them overcome limiting beliefs? Oh,
absolutely. A lot of limiting beliefs are just numbers we've set in our mind. Like maybe I don't think I can lose weight below a certain amount of pounds, and then that's just a number in my head. Or maybe I don't think I can have money past a certain number. Those are numbers. So when things are quantifiable, it becomes a lot easier, because then you can just go in their subconscious mind and change the number. You think you're worthy of this amount. Well, how about this amount? This amount is arbitrary. You just made that up. You just gathered information and put that together. Actually, you can make this amount, which is much higher, and beyond. That weight, well, that's just set in your head arbitrarily because you think that that's the weight that you're supposed to be. But we can actually lower that. So those things are very easy. I love when things are quantifiable like that. But even when they're not, even when it's just a feeling of self-esteem or motivation, we can raise that up because they can figure on a scale of 1 to 10 how motivated or how confident they are. They can rate themselves. And so we can work on, by self-assessment, by asking them where they are each time, we can raise that up inch by inch.
And why is confidence so important?
Well, confidence is so important because with confidence you can do anything. Without it, you can't do anything. And the can't just comes from your mind. It really doesn't exist, but you put this can't in your mind with lack of confidence, and you suddenly close the door to a lot of things. And when you do that, then your world becomes smaller and your possibilities become smaller.
Mm-hmm. So would you say, or is it safe to say, Dr. Steve, that maybe some people, or do you do this with patients or clients, work on confidence first before they work on something else? Do you know what I mean? Like, would confidence be the root of whatever is keeping them from achieving whatever it is they want to achieve? So would you start with confidence first and then work towards something else?
Oh, definitely. I always start with confidence because that's a great place to start, because if you have confidence, like I said, you can do anything. Without it, it's difficult to do anything. So whether they come to me for making more money or losing weight or stopping smoking, I'm starting with confidence. We're building from there.
Makes sense. Total sense. So I'm really excited about this, Dr. Steve. So can you conduct a short hypnosis session to help our viewers boost their confidence?
Oh, I'd be honored to. I'd be absolutely honored to.
Right. What
Yeah.
do we need to do?
Well, if anyone's listening to this or watching this and driving a motor vehicle or doing anything active, you need to either stop listening and watching or listen to this some other time or just stop what you're doing. Because when you're going into hypnosis, you need to be very relaxed. And you need to realize you're going to be even more relaxed than you are now when I start using hypnotic words in a hypnotic way. And I don't want anyone to to have any situations arise. So if you're driving a motor vehicle or jogging or even doing housework or vacuuming or even if you're sitting at a desk in a chair, I want you to either stop all that or stop listening to this, because I need you either lying down or sitting down in a stable position. Now, when I say sitting in a stable position, I mean with arms of a chair, so if you lean to one side or the other, you won't fall out of the chair. Or if you're lying down, how about lying on the floor or a couch or your bed or somewhere that's stable?
You are listening to an interview with clinical hypnotherapist Dr. Steve G. Jones. For a free hypnosis download, please visit stevegjones.com.
How long would you like the session to be, Terry?
Oh, let's see. How about we can go 10 or 15 minutes, Dr. Steve, we've got left. So
Okay, that sounds good. I'll do
Up
10
to
to
you.
15 minutes. I like
Okay.
it. All right.
Great.
So if you're still watching and or listening, my understanding is that you are just sitting or lying down in a stable position and you don't have anything to do for the next 10 or 15 minutes. And here we go. So I'd like you to go ahead and close your eyes and just take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs, expanding them. Open your mouth slightly and exhale slowly. And then when you're ready, another deep breath in through your nose. And hold it. Open your mouth slightly and exhale slowly when you're ready. And then continue breathing easily, effortlessly, and comfortably. And realize that in just a few moments, you're going to be very, very relaxed. And in order to help you relax, I'd like you to imagine yourself on a beautiful island. This is your island. You are safe and alone and relaxed. It's a beautiful day on the beach on your private island. There are a few white wispy clouds overhead, and you can see the beautiful blue sky. You can feel that soft sand beneath your feet. And between the warmth of the sun and the gentle breeze, the temperature is just right. And you begin slowly walking down to the edge of the water, just relaxing as you go, relaxing, unwinding, letting go, feeling how good it feels to be you. And as you relax and unwind, I want you to focus on relaxing your body from the top of your head down the bottom of your feet. Just relaxing as you walk, listening to my voice, smelling that salty ocean air. You hear a few birds off in the distance. You can see the waves roll in and out, and you can hear them as they roll in and out. And as you reach the water's edge, you turn and slowly walk along the water, relaxing yourself, relaxing the top of your head as you walk. It feels so good to walk, to move your body, and listen to the waves rolling in and out. You relax your face. You relax your neck, your shoulders. It's as if you're receiving a gentle massage as you walk on your private island on the beach. Your arms relax down to your elbows and then down to the tips of each of your fingers as you continue walking, relaxing, unwinding, watching the beautiful waves roll in and out, blues and greens, with white caps as they break on the shore and roll back out. You feel the relaxation moving down your torso now. As you walk, it feels so good to move your body and walk along the edge of the water. See the water rolling in near your feet. and rolling back out again as the relaxation moves down your legs now, down to your knees, down your calves, down to the soles of your feet, and out through each and every toe as you continue walking, unwinding, and relaxing. I'd like you now to realize just how much more relaxed you are than you were a few moments ago. As you continue walking, I'd like you to find a safe, dry, comfortable place where you can sit in the sand, because the sun is about to set at the end of this beautiful day on your island. I want you to enjoy the beautiful, relaxing sunset. So as you sit and relax, I'm going to begin counting backwards from 10 to 1. And as I do, you're going to allow yourself to relax more and more with each number I count, because the lower I count, the more you relax. Also, the sun will be setting as I count, so the lower I count, the lower the sun goes. And the lower the sun goes, the more you relax deeper, deeper, and even more deeply relaxed. All right, now sitting down, watching the sunset. You are safe, comfortable, and dry. 10, the sun begins to slowly set on the horizon as you relax more and more deeply. 9, down, down goes the sun as you relax more and more. 8, 7, down, down goes the sun as you continue relaxing. 6, so very, very relaxed now. 5, sun sinks lower as you relax more and more deeply. 4, 3, down, down, relaxing more and more deeply. 2, at the count of the next number, the sun will have set completely and you will be completely relaxed. All right now, 1, the sun has set completely and you are completely relaxed. And because you are relaxed and at ease, you realize that you are capable of accomplishing anything you want to accomplish. You are a relaxed, confident person. I'd like you now to imagine yourself standing, and imagine that there is a backpack on your back with the straps that go over your shoulders. And this backpack has been weighing you down for a while, yet you just now realized it's there. And in this backpack are the many things in your life that have concerned you, things that drew your attention away from your life in a negative way, negative concerns that you've had about yourself, unnecessary concerns. And I want you to realize that most of the items in the backpack were put there by someone other than you. They are thoughts and ideas that have weighed you down in life. I invite you now to take that backpack off, one strap at a time, and just let it fall to the ground, freeing yourself of these negative thoughts and negative concerns. I want you to realize now how free you are and how good and confident you feel right now. And as you continue relaxing, I would like you now to look down at the sand next to you on the beach. And I want you to see written on the sand those negative words that you have called yourself in the past. These are the words that have slowed you down. These are the words that failed to show how wonderful and beautiful and powerful and vital you are. These are the negative words that have slowed your life down, labels that you have given to yourself that are negative or that others have given to you. See those words now written in the sand. See all of them. And now, as the water rolls in, it washes over all of those labels. It washes them out to the ocean, erasing those negative labels. Another wave of water rolls in and washes the rest of them out completely now. They are gone. And I'd like you now to turn the other direction and notice there is a large boulder next to you with a smooth side, like a wall, facing you. And on the ground you see a hammer and chisel. I'd like you to pick up the hammer and chisel now. And you're going to write positive words on that wall. You're going to chisel them into the wall permanently, the wall of that boulder, which will be there forever. You chisel in words such as confident, and it's easy for you to chisel words quickly. Chisel words such as motivated, beautiful, powerful, vital. Take your time and chisel into the side of that boulder the words, the powerful, wonderful, amazing words that describe you, who you are, the confident, powerful, vital individual that you are. It's easy to do this quickly with the chisel and the hammer. You are so relaxed as you do this, feeling better and better about yourself with every word you put on the side of that boulder, realizing that these now are the words that define who you are. You've let go of the negative labels. They've been washed out to the ocean. You are now permanently chiseling into the side of this boulder the positive, powerful words that describe you, who you are, who you've always known you are deep down inside. Powerful, wonderful, beautiful, motivated, vital person. And as you stand and look at all of those powerful, beautiful words that you've chiseled permanently into that boulder, you realize they define you now. They reveal the true you. They are a reflection of who you really are, of what you really stand for, of who you are deep down inside. I'd like you to take a deep breath in now. Hold it, open your mouth slightly and slowly exhale. And then another deep breath. And as you breathe in this time, breathe in confidence, how confident you feel in this moment. Hold it, open your mouth slightly and exhale slowly. And on this third deep breath, I want you to feel even more confidence. And I want you to make the OK sign with your right hand, touching the tip of your right thumb to the tip of your right index finger, making the OK sign with your right hand. As you breathe in deeply and think the word confidence to yourself now, confidence. And as you exhale, let go of any remaining negativity and let go of the OK sign. And any time you feel a lack of confidence, from now on, all you have to do is make the OK sign with your right hand and say the word confidence in your mind to yourself, and you will be reminded of this powerful moment when you're looking at the side of that boulder and all of those powerful labels that describe and define and reflect you, who you really are. And in just a few moments, you're going to return to full awakening consciousness. And when you do, you will be wide awake and full of natural energy. Before you go to sleep tonight, you will take one action that shows to you and the rest of the world that you have changed. You will take one positive action that you've been putting off, something that will benefit you and those around you in a positive, good, powerful way. Something that's beneficial to those in your life. Something that you knew you should have done, but you've been putting it off. You'll do that before you go to sleep tonight. And that's going to set up a chain of events, a chain of positive events in your life. Because from this day forward, you are a confident, positive, powerful, beautiful, vital person. That's who you are. That's what you are. All right. In just a few moments, I'm going to bring you up at the count of 3 so that by the time I reach that final number, You'll be wide awake and full of natural energy, feeling refreshed and rested. All right, coming up slowly. 1. Coming up now, feeling very good about yourself. 2. Beginning to move now, beginning to stir, becoming very aware of your surroundings, very aware of where you are. At the count of the next number, you will be wide awake and completely out of hypnosis. All right now, 3. Eyes open, wide awake and completely out of hypnosis.
Wow. Do you know, I almost did that. I was going to close my eyes and I was like, no, I need to stay alert. And then I realized, well, I would be alert anyway, wouldn't I?
That'll work.
That was very powerful, Dr. Steve. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, my pleasure. I just want...
Go ahead.
Anyone listening or watching at this point, if you're just coming out of hypnosis, which you should be, just take a few moments. Take about a good half hour before you do anything. Just kind of hang out, relax, and let yourself come back completely before doing anything.
Yeah, I guess it's a good thing I didn't do that. But here's the really cool thing. Everybody watching or listening to this, I actually listen to Dr. Steve's audios on a very regular basis, and I recommend that you do the same. So I'm really thrilled that Dr. Steve is offering all of our viewers a free gift. Dr. Steve, do you want to tell them about it?
Sure. Well, I spent a year of my life developing a series that I call the Platinum Series, plus a few other series. And the Platinum Series is something that I'm very proud of. I call it platinum because platinum's a precious metal, and these recordings are precious as well. So it's a half-hour platinum-level confidence recording, and no, I'm sorry, it's a full hour. The platinum ones are full hour. Yeah, it's a full hour of hypnosis. Now, you'll probably fall asleep after about a half an hour or even less, but that's okay because remember, you're still in hypnosis. There's not a separate scale for sleep and hypnosis, so don't worry about that. That's the most common question I get. What if I fall asleep? It's designed to be listened to at night as you go to sleep and let it put you to sleep. And there are a lot of engineering techniques in there that we developed, and there are a lot of hypnotic techniques as well. So what you're going to hear is relaxing music and relaxing sounds and my voice taking you through a complete hypnosis session and telling you at the end of it to go to sleep. And the reason I do that is because I want you to listen to them at nighttime when you're going to sleep anyway, and I just want you to continue sleeping throughout the night. So I want you to enjoy them and realize that after listening to it for 3 weeks, you should start to notice a change, yourself being more confident. Of course, by virtue of listening to this session today, you should be more confident already. But by listening to that recording, which is a full hour, by listening to it for 21 nights in a row, and if you miss a few nights, that's fine. But you'll notice at the end of that you're much more confident. And what's going to be even more interesting is that your friends are going to notice. You know, like the commercials, there's something different about Bob. I don't know what it is. They're going to start noticing there's something different about you, but they're not quite sure what it is. That something will be your confidence.
Amazing. I hope that everyone takes advantage of that opportunity. Any opportunity you get to work with Dr. Steve, I say go for it. And so we'll have the link for you to actually follow through. So be sure that you go follow that link and go get that audio of Dr. Steve's. I can vouch for that. They're really amazing. So that brings us to the end of this interview with Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve, I very much appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come in and speak with the viewers on this event. So thank you so much.
Terry, my pleasure. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you so much. That concludes this interview with Dr. Steve G. Jones on Beautiful, Sexy, Badass. Y'all have a really good day.
You are listening to an interview with clinical hypnotherapist Dr. Steve G. Jones. For a free hypnosis download, please visit stevegjones.com.